What if I dropped you into one of the deadliest war zones on Earth? Right now. No military training, no weapon, no armor, no teammates, just you. How long do you think you'd survive? An hour? 10 minutes? Maybe? Not even 60 seconds. Because modern war isn't what most people imagine. You probably won't see the sniper who fires the shot. You won't hear the missile before it hits. And the deadliest thing hunting you might be a drone no bigger than a backpack. Today we're going to find out if an average person could survive just 24 hours in modern warfare. Let's begin. You slowly open your eyes. The first thing you notice is the smell of smoke. The second is the silence. Around you are destroyed buildings, abandoned vehicles, shattered windows, and streets covered in rubble. There's no food, no water, no phone signal, no idea where you are. Your only objective is simple: stay alive until tomorrow. Sounds easy? You only have to survive one day. But modern battlefields don't care how long you plan to stay alive. They only care whether they can find you. For a moment, everything seems peaceful. No gunfire, no explosions. Maybe everyone has already left. Maybe you're lucky. Then, you hear it. A faint buzzing. Almost like a mosquito. You ignore it. The sound gets louder. You stop walking. It gets louder again. Then you look up. An FPV drone. Originally built for racing, FPV drones have become one of the most feared weapons in modern warfare. They're incredibly fast, relatively cheap, and can carry explosives powerful enough to kill or seriously injure a person or disable military equipment. The terrifying part? The person controlling it could be sitting several kilometers away. If that camera sees you, you don't become a person anymore. You become a target. Without thinking, you run toward the nearest apartment building. Concrete walls, broken doors, collapsed staircases. Anything is better than standing in the open. You dive inside and catch your breath. You made it, or so you think. A few minutes later, the buzzing is still there. The drone isn't attacking, it's watching. Modern drones don't always strike immediately. Many exist only to gather information. They stream live video back to command centers, helping soldiers identify targets they may never see with their own eyes. Right now, someone is watching every move you make, and they know exactly where you're hiding. A few minutes later, a loud whistle cuts through the air. Then, boom, the street outside erupts in an explosion. The blast sends concrete, glass, and metal flying in every direction. Your ears begin ringing. Dust fills the room. Before you can react, another explosion, then another. This isn't random shelling. The drone found you. Now the artillery is finishing the job. Modern artillery is nothing like it was decades ago. Once a drone provides coordinates, computers calculate firing solutions in seconds. The soldiers firing those shells don't need to know your name. They don't even need to see your face. To them, you're simply another location on a digital map. You sprint out the back of the building before another shell lands. The apartment behind you disappears into a cloud of dust. If you'd stayed inside for 5 more seconds, you probably wouldn't have survived. About half an hour later, you're crossing an open field. It feels like the fastest way out. Instead, it's one of the worst decisions you could make. Above you, reconnaissance drones quietly patrol the sky. Some carry high-definition cameras. Others use thermal imaging capable of detecting body heat from surprising distances, even if you're hidden behind bushes. Even if it's cloudy, your own body heat can betray you. And drones aren't the only things watching. Military aircraft scan huge areas. Satellites contribute to the overall picture of the battlefield. Ground sensors detect movement. Radar tracks vehicles. Every piece of information is shared across an enormous military network. Modern war isn't just fought with bullets anymore. It's fought with information, and right now, you're losing. 1 hour later, exhausted, you collapse behind a destroyed wall. Your throat is dry, your legs are shaking. Instinctively, you pull out your phone. No signal, no GPS, no internet, nothing. Welcome to electronic warfare, one of the least visible, but most powerful weapons in modern conflict. Modern armies don't just attack soldiers, they attack communication. Powerful jamming systems can block GPS signals, disrupt radios, interfere with drones, and leave entire units unable to coordinate. Sometimes they don't even need to destroy your equipment, they simply make it useless. Ironically, if your phone briefly reconnects, that tiny signal might reveal your position. The very device you hoped would save your life could end it. Another hour passes. You've survived longer than you expected, but something feels strange. You still haven't seen a single enemy soldier. Not one. How is that possible? Because modern warfare has changed. The enemy doesn't always need to stand in front of you anymore. Instead, a drone spots movement. Artificial intelligence helps analyze what the camera sees. Software compares images, identifies possible threats, and helps commanders process more information than humans could ever handle alone. Within moments, your location can be shared with artillery units, missile operators, or another drone already waiting nearby. You're not fighting one person. You're fighting an entire network of technology working together, and it's getting better every year. Just as you begin moving again. Crack! Something punches through the wall beside your head. Pieces of concrete explode across your face. You freeze. You never heard the shot. You never saw the sniper. If you'd taken one more step, that bullet might have gone straight through your head. Modern sniper rifles can hit targets from astonishing distances, allowing shooters to remain hidden while engaging enemies far beyond the range of most ordinary firearms. You don't stop to think. You run. Because on today's battlefield, stopping usually means becoming the next target. A few hours pass. The world feels different now. Not calmer. Just more unpredictable. You still haven't seen a single enemy soldier. But that doesn't matter anymore. Because modern war isn't about seeing the enemy. It's about being seen by them. Above you, drones continue to patrol the sky. Some are small and fast. Others are silent and almost invisible from the ground. One might be watching you right now, and you would never know. You find temporary cover behind a destroyed structure. For a moment, you breathe. Then, that familiar buzzing returns. But this time, it's not alone. You hear multiple sounds, different directions, multiple drones, working together. This is the new reality of warfare, drone swarms. Instead of one operator controlling one machine, multiple systems can coordinate, share information, and track movement across large areas. One drone finds you, another confirms, a third waits above, ready to follow your movement. You are no longer being searched for. You are being tracked. You move again, but exhaustion is catching up. Your legs feel heavy. Your breathing is uneven. Your mind is starting to slip under pressure. Because the worst part of modern war isn't just the weapons, it's the waiting, the constant feeling that something is about to happen, but you don't know when or from where. Then you hear something worse than buzzing, a low mechanical hum in the distance. You look up, far above the buildings. A larger drone is circling. This one doesn't just observe, it coordinates strikes. Some military drones are capable of guiding artillery, marking targets, and relaying real-time battlefield data across entire command networks. You realize something terrifying. Your entire movement might already be mapped. Every step, every stop, every mistake. Suddenly, a distant explosion shakes the ground, then another, not close enough to hit you, but close enough to understand the message. You are still in danger. The light begins to fade. You think maybe night will help, but modern war doesn't care about darkness. It adapts. Night vision turns darkness into clarity. Thermal imaging turns your body into a bright signature against cold ruins. Even hiding behind walls isn't enough anymore, because heat doesn't lie. You try to rest for a moment, just a few seconds, but your body refuses. Every sound feels like a warning. Every shadow feels like movement. Your brain is no longer reacting normally. It's overloading. This is what prolonged survival stress does. It turns survival into panic, and panic into mistakes. Night fully takes over. The world becomes darker, but not safer. Above you, the sky is still active. Drones don't sleep. Sensors don't rest. Someone might still be watching a screen with your position on it. Then it happens. A sudden crack in the distance, followed by silence. And in modern war, silence is never peace. It is preparation. You don't know it yet, but the system has already updated. Your location has likely been confirmed, your movement analyzed, and your position shared. With artillery, or missiles, or another drone, you start moving again, but something feels wrong. Too quiet, too controlled, like the battlefield is waiting for a final decision. Hours pass. You are still alive. Barely. You don't feel like a person anymore. You feel like something being observed, measured, tracked, evaluated, and then you realize something. The real enemy was never just weapons. It was the system. A combination of satellites, drones, artificial intelligence, electronic warfare, and precision strikes working together faster than any human can react. You were never in a fair fight. You were in a test, and survival wasn't guaranteed. Finally, the first light of morning appears. You survived the night. Barely. Your body is exhausted. Your mind is broken from stress. Your instincts are overloaded, but you're still here, somehow. You look around at the destroyed world and understand the truth. You didn't outsmart modern war. You didn't defeat it. Not yet. Because in modern warfare, survival isn't just about skill, it's about detection. And once you are detected, everything else moves faster than you ever could. So now the real question is this: if you were dropped into this situation, would you really survive one day? Or would modern war find you before you ever had a chance to understand it?